Morning, y'all. The Taurus reading for today. I have a selenite wand, cleaning the energy of the cards from the last reading I did. So we'll get this Taurus reading on the way. It's Nicole with www.nixvillage.com. You can get personal reading and all kinds of services. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I'm a certified meditation instructor. I'm a yoga instructor. I have a lot of things that I do on my website. Inner Child Workshop. It's pretty amazing. If you are a group of women or men that you know, or a mixed group, and you guys would like to do some inner child healing, I have a workshop that is really cool and you'll like it. And you'll get some healing, some of that much needed healing. If you wanted more in-depth reading that's just for you, I can do that also. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on my videos. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps me to know what you guys like and what you don't like. So as I grow the page, I can start doing things that you guys like more, and maybe things that you don't like less. It's going to be my Taurus reading for today. I'm using the Inner Child cards and the Shaman Oracle cards. The Shaman's Oracle cards are actual cave drawings that were enhanced. I think that's really cool, and I really like that about those cards. And we will get started. See what the universe wants to say to Taurus. There we go. There we go. We got our Taurus cards. See. We've got the Four of Wands. Four of Crystals. Ooh, and the Four of Swords. So I am going to Google what the fours are saying to us, because you got 3 fours. And I know that means something's being said. And I'm not a numerology person. I'm not a number person, but I know enough to know that I need to look those fours up. And the Shaman of Birth. That's pretty cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Google and look up the spiritual significance of the number 4. The number 4 is support and stability, rooting down and taking care of yourself and your life. So just based on that, you have wands, crystals, and swords. So that's rooting down and taking care of your spiritual self, rooting down and taking care of your resources, and rooting down and taking care of your struggles. So with that being said, Taurus, we will get started. The Four of Wands. Right off the bat, I feel like the Four of Wands is asking you to create a spiritual practice with your people. So whoever your people are, whoever you do that spiritual work with, it's time for you to, well, who you should be doing the spiritual work with, because right now you might not really be there. You might be just doing it yourself, relying on yourself. And this card is asking you to do it with your group, do it with your people, to grow it, to plan it and grow it. So maybe this is the beginning stages, or maybe you're far down the line and you haven't, communed with others. And a lot of times in this world, a lot of things push us to feel like we don't like people and we don't want to be around people. And I get it. I get it. But what this card is saying to you is that it's time to start. If you've had spiritual ideas of people like being with you and growing with you and learning with you, it's time. It's time for you to start maybe going to groups that do the things that you're doing. Maybe going to churches or synagogues or places where what you're doing is being done. For example, I study Kundalini Yoga, and I can study Kundalini Yoga on YouTube, and I can sit at home and I can do Kundalini. But there's going to be a time where I'm going to be called to move into the collective. And so I'm going to have to find places where they're doing Kundalini. So I've been blessed enough to find a community of people that do Kundalini. And so I can meditate with them. I can do Aquarian Sadhana with them. I can do yoga with them. I can do all of these things, and that's where you're at. The universe is saying to you, okay, Taurus, you've done a lot of work to understand it and to get there, but now it's time for you to go out and be supported by your people, by the other people that are also doing this work that you're doing. It's time for you and those people to be growing something together. So on your spiritual level, Taurus, it's time for you to find friends and people that are where you're at, doing what you're doing. And we come to the Four of Crystals. And crystals are your resources and things. And I feel like this is another card. Like, I feel like all four cards are telling you to work with others. So the words many hands make light work, it's coming to my head. And it's like when you work in community, you find that things that you needed are being fulfilled, and you're also freeing up time for other things. So when you work in community, your need for community is fulfilled, which means that you don't have to go outside to find that. That frees up time where you would be searching for community. When you work within community, it frees up your energy because you're not carrying it all by yourself. You're doing a part of it, and other people are bringing a part of it. Community frees up your resources. When you're all putting in together to pay rent, for example, when I'm at home and I'm paying rent by myself, it's a lot of money. I'm paying rent, I'm paying electric, paying water, I'm paying, gas, whatever these bills are, trash. It's huge. And I find that I don't have extra. Whereas if I was living in a communal situation, I would pay one portion of that. Other people would pay their portions, and that would free me up. If I was creating something and it was all on me, it would be really heavy on me to create it. Whereas if other people were helping me create it, I would find myself freed up. So it feels like you're in a place where you feel like your resources are, you don't have them. You don't have time. You don't have energy. You don't have love to give. You don't have money. You don't have these things. And the universe is saying to you, that's because you're not in community. Get in community. And when you're in community, you'll find that your little and their little and their little and their little all adds together and makes something big. You'll find that the load is lessened, so you're able to have the time and the energy and the space that you need. Whereas if you're trying to carry it all by yourself, you don't have that. Taurus, it feels like you might be coming out of a time of isolation, a time of, or maybe even a time of being with people that weren't your people. And the universe is telling you to get back in line with your people, to get in line with your people, because your people are going to help you. They're going to help plant these seeds, these spiritual things that you're trying to have and learn. There are people that believe the same things you believe, and it's time for you to get with them and start creating the world that you are trying to have. And when you start creating that world, you'll find that you open yourself up to more resources. You open yourself up to having more and to being more and to being more able to help those around you, because you're being helped as you help. Then we get to the Four of Swords. I feel really strongly about this card that it's asking you to use your energy, to not fight, to focus on getting to where you're trying to get with your people. Don't lose sight of your sword, because struggles could come and you might have to pull it out in a moment, but repurpose it. Use that energy for something to propel you and your people forward. It's a peaceful cruise. This isn't something, the universe is not asking you to really shake stuff up, Taurus. The universe is asking you to get in line, get in your groove with your people. It's time for you to start moving. And it'll be a slow movement, but it'll be peaceful, and it'll be, Zen is the word that popped in my head. Every person does their part. It doesn't have to be you fighting your way through it anymore, Taurus. It doesn't. I'm kind of thinking you found your people. Maybe you're shy about stepping into it, but they're ready. They want you. They're ready. It will help you. It's going to help you spiritually. It's going to help you with your struggles, and it's going to help you with your resources to move forward with this group, Taurus. And it like, again, I keep going back to this bird here, this white bird, and I keep feeling it's going to be so peaceful. It's going to be so smooth sailing. Like, your sword is going to be so repurposed that if you come across something where you have to struggle, you're going to be like, I don't even know how to use this thing anymore, because you're going to be using it for something else, and it's not for struggling. Your struggles are kind of down the road. You don't have any right in the forefront, in front of you, because in front of you is your people. And that's not going to be a struggle. That's going to free up a lot for you. So that's your reading, Taurus. And let's go to the Shaman of Birth. New life, new directions and ideas. encouraging new approaches to problems. Yeah. I guide souls into being. I guard and show the way to all who seek this path of new beginnings. Trust in me as you contemplate your future, for I am midwife to the dreams of many. So just line yourself up where you belong with your people, and it's new for you, Taurus. It's not something you're used to doing, but do it. The shaman of birth is telling you to go for it. They're there. Our ancestors understood the importance of new beginnings to ensure the continuing life of the tribe. You gotta help the tribe. And we can learn much from this. Be gentle with yourself as you take this new approach, Taurus. As you step out into community, be gentle with yourself, because if you've been isolating for a while, it's going to feel like something. It's a new beginning. And be gentle. Don't force yourself out there all crazy, but push yourself. Push yourself to go for it, because you're gonna appreciate it. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Have an amazing day. www.nixvillage.com if you want a personal reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe, support me in any way that you find helpful. And I thank you for listening. Have a great day.